Actor, musician, and poet Malcolm-Jamal Warner passed away at the age of 54 on July 20th in Limón Province, Costa Rica. Mainly known for his role as Theodore Huxtable from Bill Cosby's 1980s hit sitcom, The Bill Cosby Show. After his Bill Cosby Show days, he starred in the late 90s sitcom Malcolm and Eddie, along with comedian and actor Eddie Griffin. He portrayed as Malcolm McGee during the show's 4 seasons on UPN 50 from 1996 until 2000. He was also the voice of the producer on the Magic School Bus. He directed episodes of sitcoms like The Cosby Show, Malcolm and Eddie, but also shows like All That, Kenan and Kel, and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Malcolm was in Costa Rica on vacation with his family, and he ended up dying from an accidental drowning. Another man who was involved in the same incident was saved and survived, while Malcolm was rescued and taken to shore, but was declared deceased at the scene. Malcolm was named after Malcolm X and jazz pianist Malcolm-Jamal. His mother, Pamela Warner, chose the names as a tribute to Malcolm X and Malcolm-Jamal. Malcolm seemed to not have enjoyed his time on Malcolm and Eddie, saying they were fighting with the writers, producers, and the studio. Malcolm had a particular vision for the show that was different from the vision the writers, producers, and the studio had. Malcolm also said that he and Eddie did not get along during their time on their show. Man, that's crazy that they never got along. But at least when they did see each other, it was nothing but love and respect. That's too bad he never enjoyed his time really on Malcolm and Eddie.
But when I look back at this show, one of the dope things is me and Eddie really did not get along.
In real life?
In real life.
I did not know this.
Yeah. Like
okay.
we didn't get. But every single week before taping, we'd come together, we'd put our hands together, we'd bow, and we'd pray before we go out there.
Why y'all didn't get along?
Just different schools of life.
Yeah.
Different schools of life. And we were, I mean, we're still cool when we see each other, but it wasn't like we weren't necessarily best friends.
Okay.
But we understood that check.
Yeah.
And we understood that you can, work together and still have respect, but don't necessarily have to, love each other.
In honor of Malcolm and the show itself, it's time to take a look at the UPN, We're the Network Baby, Malcolm and Eddie promos.
Malcolm and Eddie.
It's like a brain wedgie.
It's mental floss.
I'm talking about a spike to the skull in stereo. Oh.
Malcolm and Eddie is a bungee cord for the brain.
All you gotta do is jump.
Mondays this fall on UPN. We're the network, baby.
Boing.
We are the network, baby.
I am Eddie Griffin and I am Edge Meister. I live on the edge. I represent Edgitude. Someone wants your mind. Eddie, Edgy, get the connection? I am willing to commit Edgicide. Right round. What did I just say?
The young man has so much edge that I even have to watch to see what he's going to do next.
Malcolm and Eddie, Mondays this fall on UPN.
Oh, I miss UPN. Oh, I miss Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Oh, my God. And Eddie Griffin, that dude is funny. He had me rolling in these promos, especially doing the Bill Cosby impression. Shout out to Eddie Griffin. Malcolm dated Michelle Thomas, who was Myra from Family Matters. They were together until her passing in 1998. Malcolm was by her side when she died. He was in a relationship with Karen Melina White for 7.5 years, who in the last 2 seasons portrayed as Charmaine on The Cosby Show and on The Different World, Nicolette on Malcolm and Eddie. And she's also the voice of Dejanay Jones of Disney Channel's The Proud Family. Malcolm was also in a relationship with Regina King from 2011 until 2013. 4 years later, he got married and ended up having a daughter. Malcolm kept their identities private. No one knew what they looked like. Nobody knew their names, nothing. He kept it private. And it seemed like at that point, he just wanted to have a private life to an extent, pretty much. This is a picture of his daughter and his wife. He seemed like he was very happy with his wife and daughter, of course. And see, just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you can't date or marry somebody that's not a celebrity. Some people think that celebrities, only date and marry other celebrities. That's not true. Yeah, but it sucks that Malcolm passed away, man. I mean, his death was and still is shocking. I mean, he was only 54 years old. I mean, he was just on vacation, enjoying being in Costa Rica with his family, and all of a sudden, he's gone. And he pretty much had a video out with his daughter saying some things. I don't know. It just felt as if he had a feeling that he was going to pass away. He wasn't going to live longer on this earth. He's definitely going to be missed. He's like the first cast member of the original cast of the Bill Cosby Show to pass away. Because everybody else of the original cast of the Cosby Show, they're still around. Bill Cosby's still around. He's 88. And he had his funeral already. Must have had it, I think, like 4 days after his death. He had like a private funeral in Los Angeles. And, like his close friends and his cast members of the Cosby Show showed up, except for one. And I think it was Bill Cosby. I think Bill Cosby didn't show up to his funeral, and I think it was due to health reasons. Bill Cosby said that when he learned of the death of Malcolm, he spoke with Felicia Rashad. Bill Cosby said, "We were embracing each other over the phone about a dearly beloved friend. Malcolm was always embracing relationships with everybody he worked with." I mean, Bill Cosby was just overall devastated when he found out about Malcolm's passing. And he compared learning the news to when he was told that his son Ennis was killed in 1997. He also said that he was very proud of what Malcolm had done. He also said that he was never afraid to go to his room and study and to make sure he followed whatever he had learned in the acting school he went to. And then they always bring up Bill Cosby's allegations when they break the news about Malcolm's passing. I'm like, would y'all believe his allegations alone? My God. Yeah, his son Ennis was murdered on January 16th of 1997. And he was shot in the head by an 18-year-old in a failed robbery attempt. He was 27 years old when he was murdered. Damn, that's effed up. Shot him in the head in a failed robbery attempt. I hope his son got justice. If not, there's a problem. F the 18-year-old at the time that shot Bill Cosby's son. That's effed up. Stop the violence. Keisha Knight Pulliam, who played Rudy on The Cosby Show, she said, "I lost a brother, but gained an angel. I love you. I miss you, but we got our girls." Raven Simone paid tribute to Malcolm-Jamal Warner. She was Olivia on The Cosby Show. Raven said, "Words cannot express the pain and sadness and surprise that I feel with the recent loss of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. I love you. He was the big brother. He was a beacon. He was one of the most multifaceted, talented men, so gentle. And my heart and soul and hugs and kisses go out to his daughter and his wife and his mother. He gave the best advice, he gave the best hugs, and his smile will always be a huge, bright, effing white smile in my head forever." She continued while breaking into tears. "I love you, and I know you're watching over all of us now. Bye, Malcolm." Eddie Griffin posted a photo of Malcolm on his Instagram story with the words, "Rest in peace, King, and my big little brother," with prayer and heart emojis. "My heart is heavy today for what the world lost was a father, a son, and a poet, a musician, an actor, a teacher, a writer, a director, a friend, a warrior that I had the pleasure of going to war with against the Hollywood machine and sometimes with each other. But that's what brothers do. But the love was and is always there. You taught me so much and I thank you. Rest well, my big little brother." Well said, Eddie. Well said. Man, Malcolm Eddie, that was a funny show. And I love how when the theme song played, and the theme song was fire, the theme song was performed by singer Vesta Williams and the late great George Duke. But I love how in the theme song intro, Eddie would break the glass. Break that glass, Eddie. Ooh, nothing like some good old Malcolm Eddie. I didn't see any tributes from Tim Said Bledsoe, who was Vanessa on The Cosby Show, or Lisa Bonet, who was also on The Cosby Show. But I'm sure they obviously are devastated about, Malcolm's death, along with Felicia Rashad, obviously. Good old Danny Tamborelli. Yes. From Pete and Pete and Nickelodeon's All That during the 90s era, paid his respects to Malcolm in an Instagram post, sharing a throwback photo of himself with Malcolm. All I can say is rest in peace to Malcolm-Jamal Warner. I'd like to send my condolences to his wife and daughter. I know they having a really hard time with the loss of their husband and father. It sucks that Malcolm's not going to continue to live to see his daughter grow up. That sucks. It sucks that he's gone at the age of 54. He passed away a month before he would have turned 55. His birthday is August 18th. He was born in 1970. So he died just a month before his 55th birthday. He would have been 55 this month had he lived. Dang, that sucks. Just like Hulk Hogan passed away a month before his birthday. Hulk Hogan was born August 11th, 1953. So he passed away before his 72nd birthday. So you guys tell me your thoughts on Malcolm-Jamal Warner's passing. I'm sure you all are shocked. You can tell me where you were when you found out about the news and your memories of Malcolm-Jamal Warner as a whole. Boy, it was a week, wasn't it? I mean, you had 3 people that died in the same week. And they always say celebrities come in 3 when it comes to deaths for whatever reason. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan. What the heck? All right, that's it. See ya.